Big news for those of you who read my Substack, because for the first time in my life, I'm ahead of the news cycle. NASA just announced that they are returning humans to deep space, that really just means the moon, with their Artemis 2 mission this coming February, and it will include the first woman to travel beyond low Earth orbit. Here's why this is important. If you subscribe to my Substack, which you should because it's free and it's fun and it's entertaining, you would know that this past Christmas I wrote 5 essays on a C.S. Lewis short story I guarantee you've never heard of in your life about space travel, specifically women in space travel. This short story functions as a response to an article written by a Dr. Richardson that was published as an actual scientific article in the magazine of science fiction and fantasy during the height of the Great Space Race, talking about how women should not travel to space, and if they do, it should be through the form of... If you're interested in learning more details about that, you just need to go look at my previous TikToks or just go to my Substack because it's free and you should anyway. But I'm just here to point out that what Lewis wrote is applying to us today right now, because in the context of his debate with Richardson and with some other figures at the time, which I talk about too in the essays, they're talking in future terms. They're talking like, okay, when we go to Mars for 5 years, 10 years, what is that going to look like? Do we send couples up? Yeah. We're living in that time now. All of the questions about morality and psychology and like modern psychology and the new ethicality that Lewis and Richardson breach and some other people at that time talk about, we're walking through right now. This debate is no longer being held in future terms. It's now. And even though this Artemis mission is only 10 days around the moon, and that's amazing, I'm glad that we get to go to space again, I'm glad that we get to go around the moon again, what's going to happen when we do go to Mars for 5 years? What ethical approach are we going to take there? What moral approach are we going to take there? And I think that all of the stuff that Lewis talks about pertains to today, and I would really encourage you guys to go check that out on my Substack because it's free.